From the ice outside to the ice inside. The K-Rock Center, just the one sheet in play. For this, the 1-2 page playoff, it's Ontario against Manitoba. Time to meet the teams. Now brought to you by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for 19 years.
Hi, I'm Rachel Homan, skipper Team Ontario. At lead, Lisa Weigel. Second, Alison Krevizak. Third, Emma Miskew. And we curl at the Ottawa Curling Club in Ottawa, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Jones from Team Manitoba. At lead is Dawn Askins, second is Jill Officer, at third is Caitlin Laws, and we curl at the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Manitoba with that undefeated record. The one loss for Ontario, that's the difference. That gives Manitoba the edge. They have the choice of hammer and stones. They'll play the yellow stones. Ontario the red. And getting us underway is the Ontario lead, Lisa Weigel.
We have a lot of great matchups in this game when you look at each position and the numbers. In this first position, I think, is going to be a bit of a challenge for Lisa, though, because Dawn Askin is playing so well.
So T-line, 4 foot, and the point out in front.
Part of the reason that those benchmarks of scoring were hit by Manitoba is this young lady, Dawn Askin. You saw the numbers, 89%. She is a +9. That means regularly in 11 games in round-robin play, she's outscoring the opposition lead by those 5 percentage points. And you have to get the stone in the right spot if you want to be aggressive.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, let's take, first of all, let's look at the game plan, first of all, before I get into something with Russ. Let's take a look at your game plan.
All right, for Ontario, I think that they stick with their more open style and use that big weight weapon that they have. And the key is Emma Miskew. She's playing much better of late. For Manitoba, use the guards, use the come-rounds. And the key is, I just mentioned, Dawn Askin has been brilliant in round-robin play.
The game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping families have better financial futures. So, we often say the team will go in, and it depends where it is, will determine if it's an open end. That stone, that first stone from Weigel, is T-line 4 foot, and still Manitoba ignores it.
Wouldn't have mattered if it was top of the button with a bow on it. There would have been a corner guard go up there. That's just Jennifer Jones. It's pure offense, and that's why she wins so much. She knows her team can deliver. They can get them in the right spots, just like that corner guard. They'll eventually try to get around that corner guard and create a mistake.
The first move is by Dawn, and that's to make a move on the rocks in the center line area. A little hit and roll. The shooter must stick, though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch the roll. No, sit. Sorry, Dawn.
Doesn't
Nice
catch
shot.
the stone on the way by. Rolls the shooter over T-line 12 foot. Manitoba with the last rock here in this opening end of the 1-2 page playoff.
Just undercurled a fraction. Incredibly good shot, but we saw a lot of that out of BC this afternoon in the BC Canada game. If anything, the shots that were missed, there weren't very many misses, but they were all on the high side. Didn't quite curve enough.
That seemed to be a little change in the ice, so we will keep an eye on it, and the teams will have to keep an eye on it. A little straighter in spots. Speed was up until late in the game, which we did see in round robin play.
T-line.
So that little flip underneath. Alison Krevizak.
In truth, it didn't really matter that it rolled to that position, because actually Manitoba can utilize that stone. They can angle it, tap it a little bit. And if Jill can get this one in a good spot, it will make it very difficult to remove.
Room off for line.
No, we're heavy
All
right
there,
now.
back 12.
Straight.
Line only.
Bouncing. We're bouncing.
Back 12.
Oh,
Back 8.
big bounce. Big bounce.
Back 8. Back 12.
Line's pretty good, but it's going to have enough speed to fracture on the red, roll open here.
And just that to roll to the edge of the 4.
Did you?
Yeah. You got to roll, Alice.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of unbelievables in this game for me. A team that's this young from Ontario to go 10 wins, 1 loss is amazing. The percentages are amazing, and what's even more amazing is 10-1 doesn't get you hammer in the 1-2 game, because there's a team sitting there at 11-0.
Yep. Still normal. Yep. Hard, hard, hard.
And in fact, when you look back to Manitoba's record, winning 11, one of their closest wins was actually draw 1 against PEI. They were given a great game by Suzanne Burt, but it was a steal of 2 that Manitoba got in the 5th, and that was the difference in the game.
Well, one thing you know, that if you're ahead to Manitoba, they better be in the 10th inning and better be by a lot, because they just keep coming at you. If you're ahead early, they've got lots of time to put those rocks in play and play the shots that they love and get back in the game.
Trying anywhere above it, anywhere above it, anywhere above it.
Just that inch heavy's going to bounce a little, and it's pretty good.
The round robin began a week ago, Saturday, and there was that game, the difference, the steal of 2, and then they just went on a roll. Some games really big scores. The New Brunswick game against the team from Oromocto, just a single point. But it doesn't matter. What's important was they were all wins, 11 of them.
Line's good. Hard. Good. Whoa. Clean. Gotta go wait. Okay, go. Back 8. Whoa.
Go for back in.
Nice throw. Real good.
Sitting 2, Ontario without last rock. So Ontario's record, well, just as impressive, and there's that 1 loss to Manitoba. And that was the difference in giving Manitoba both the last rock, the hammer here in the 1st, and their choice of stones.
If there's any sign of nerves from this young Ontario team, I haven't found it.
It was a very impressive shot.
Yeah, sorry, Linda, great weight control.
I talked about Manitoba frustrating the opposition on a regular basis. This is frustrating for Jennifer. She did get the corner up. She did have a chance to get in there to the best spot first, and in not doing that, she's now having to find a way to generate points using freezes, and that is tough, especially against Ontario.
Yeah, the 1 stone of Jill Officer is just a little heavy.
Good.
And now they come down on top with Caitlin
It was
Laws.
coming off a bit. Nice, Kayla.
Yeah, Brad.
I kept thinking it was going to come off a little bit.
I thought it would.
Nice angle there. If you hit this yellow on the inside to make the yellow double, it's going to, the rock that was just thrown is going to jam by Caitlin. They're going to have to hit it in the nose, sacrifice their back one.
Emma Miscue throwing the 3rd stones for the Ontario champions from the Ottawa Curling Club. And Will, there's that jam at the back. They get away with that. And once again, very close for 2nd shot, certainly sitting the 1. A lot of support from the Ottawa area, a couple of hours up the road.
When we talk about the skill sets of these 2 teams, yes, Manitoba can make freezes well, they draw well, but Rachel Homan and her team have the big weight that can make those go away very quickly. So Jennifer's going to try and manage the house now to try and get angles, get this rock higher in the house, that maybe in a moment she'll have a chance to do something else.
Clean only. Yep. Hard. Hard. Right to it. Hard.
Askin and Officer on the brush, trying to hold the line now for Laws and try to save it. And it'll just a little too thin. Didn't get the rub off their own, and it spills to the back edge.
That really curled. Nice throw.
Sorry, Caitlin.
That's fine. That really moved.
That did really move.
Could be fresh pebble there. They'd fooled them a little bit. They loved the way Caitlin threw it. The weight wasn't down.
I didn't think we were rolling that far.
Could have got a little bit of pebble, slowed it down, a little more curl.
You want to throw weight at it to make sure the back goes? Sorry?
Yeah, I talked earlier about the impressive thing about Ontario is the angle they managed to put this red-yellow combination on. They might get lucky here and get both these to start with, but because of the angle, that when the shooter comes down, the back rock stays, and they can move their second one over into this area and actually sit 3.
Out. Okay.
Great angles. It's all about the angles.
How much?
Looks like it's lined up pretty close, Linda, for the yellow to fly.
Let's try and stick around first, then.
Okay. Okay, let's make it.
We talk about how much weight Rachel and her team can throw, but they actually are very good with the quieter weights as well.
That's the improvement of 2 years ago. They were hitting machine 2 years ago, but the odd time you could trick them on some of the softer shots, but not this year.
Skip Stone first. Rachel Homan.
Whoa!
Get it by, angle it back, catch it, and spill it, and there you go. Sitting 3 without last rock here in the first.
That curled up a bit.
I was soft.
A little soft on the release meant it curled a little more than she wanted. She didn't get the separation, but still got rid of those yellows.
Yeah.
Sure. Practicing the vocals. Rolling under maybe a bit, I guess. What's that? Rolling under a bit, I guess.
You heard Don Askin
Or I'm not, yeah.
talking with your officer.
Bumper, try to get to the nose if we can get to the inside of here.
Are you hitting the one on Dawn's side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still
bumper, you said?
3
Yeah.
in against, 1 in the absolute perfect position. She's ignoring that rock, still trying to score
I'll be
the 2.
closer, hack bump kind of thing.
Okay.
We're done.
Soft weight
Make
hit
it
and
good.
flop in behind cover, in behind that yellow. If that's tight though, Linda. Hitting it dead on would be tough.
She said nose, and that would mean she would need a mistake based on the redstone being behind this one.
Back to bump. Yes! Hard! Hard!
She get it started because this corner guard is coming up very quickly. Here comes that guard. Here comes that stone. No, the little rub, and it'll go through.
I think it was okay.
Quiet?
So a bit of
Tell me you
a
guys didn't hold that,
so-so
sorry.
start for Manitoba.
That was the risk with that shot. You had to be within an inch or 2 of that yellow guard to make it really good, and just a hair
I
over curl.
thought curling, no, weight was not
Just early
quiet.
in the first end, I guess. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Even at the hog line, I thought we were by.
Yeah, or a little bit higher up here. Okay.
This is straighter here, eh?
Do you want to take edge?
No, because we have to stay high.
Okay.
There's nothing else.
So you mentioned, Russ, the fact that Jennifer took the risk to leave the very good stone in the rings. It's in a beautiful spot in front of the
Either
tee line.
frozen, just high side,
Okay.
or like leave it full 8. If you guys are biting the 4, she'll easily have the double and roll into ours.
Okay. Okay. So
Guys, if
frozen
we
or top
freeze
8?
it, or you gotta stay high side.
Okay.
So let her know the weight so she can call on.
Okay.
Otherwise, stay top 8, so she's
Great.
gotta draw her.
Okay.
Great
Right by double
opportunity
anyways.
here.
Same as practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen this
This is
from
max size.
Rachel Homan the entire week. It still amazes me. So impressed. 23. The knowledge that she has to
Line's good.
see the
Line's
ice,
good.
to see the positioning.
Let it
Her
go.
final stone,
Line's
sitting
good.
3 without
Freeze
last
it.
rock here in the first.
Line's good. Keep it hard.
Treviasek
Yep,
on the
yep,
left,
keep it
Weagle on the
hard.
right.
Top 4. Hard. Do it. Hard.
So it's heavy enough. They heard them say top 4 and right down on top.
Lost the line.
Lost the line.
They're trying to save the line in fairness. I think they wanted a little bit higher. It might have made some sense to be up in that area. Then when Jennifer comes down, the double's tougher, and you could also roll right across the top here and give up a bundle. By being this deep, I think the double's there, and the catcher will be there for Jennifer to sneak away with a single.
The hard part for Rachel is she actually saw this mistake would cause the problem, and they just couldn't hold the line on
That's
that
right.
rock.
Yeah.
So when they went for it so deep, here and giving up this possibility.
This is really a triple to sit one.
So in an end that hasn't really gone Manitoba's way.
Yeah!
Facing four, Jennifer Jones has a chance to get out of it with one shot. Her last here in the first. Run it back and spins up and away. The jam, and it's a steal of 2. Ontario here in the first. Needed to make the double and roll over. Gives up 2. Don't know if it's attributable to nerves, but it looked like the Manitoba team may have been a little more nervous coming out for this 1-2 game, and Rachel Homan responded.
Did she have her effect? Yeah, it's the angle on this one that's what amazed me. The earlier shot that set this up, it's angled a little towards the center line, so that allows Rachel to throw her normal weight, hit it, it stays, and it gets enough separation that it creates a mistake later.
Ontario goes on to steal 2. The key shot is brought to you by Scotties, Canada's favorite brand of facial tissue. So once again here in the second, it will be Manitoba that has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stones.
It's a little bit of a shock to the system to Manitoba. They did give up some steals in round robin, 6 stolen ends in the 11 games they played, but still it's not the kind of thing they expected. But Jennifer took quite a bit of risk in that end, ignoring that stone. When Rachel finished that shot you just showed, her rock rolled over to the top of the 4-foot. That was a dangerous rock to leave.
Yeah, she had to take on that corner guard to try to hit and roll partially buried to create a mistake, and the mistake was hers by ticking the guard. And they got a little unlucky because when it came through the rings, went right through the uprights and missed all 3, and then the game was on.
I said this team is relentless, and if Dawn can get the rocks in the right spot, corner guard is up, and now they'll try the come around freeze, and if you get it in the right spot, anything run into that rock can then remove shot stone.
We're all there. Yeah. No.
We have to remember too that Jennifer Jones only made her return to the game back in January of the Continental Cup. Brian?
Vic, after Jennifer Jones won her 100th career Scotties game and, of course, ran the table perfect in round robin, she was in the back area talking with the media. And I asked her, Jennifer, obviously a great week, but is there anything you can improve on? And she said, absolutely. Everything. And she wasn't kidding. She was being serious. She says when the day comes that there's nothing we can't get better at, whether it's shots, whether it's working on our style, we will quit the game. You can always improve. And then we had a candid conversation, Vic, about her knee. Of course, she had to rehab, coming off surgery. Keep in mind, pregnant with Isabella at the time, couldn't take any painkillers. And she said, in her words, I wanted to work my butt off in the gym to get back and not let my team down. She had a fantastic week.
And in fact, Russ, you think maybe throwing it better than ever. It's hard to believe, but just because she may have been affected by the knee previously, now the knee's healthy and she's just more to the broom.
Well, for sure, last year she was definitely sliding, in my opinion, a little left once in a while. Just a slight drift. Could have been the shoes, could have been the knee, but when you're not sliding perfectly straight, it's hard to be accurate, and it's also hard to read the ice as a skip if you're not quite sure what it's doing because of the way you're throwing it. Now, not that she was far off. She only came 3rd in Canada, had a great Bonspiel year, won lots of money, but this year just looks like she's throwing it like an arrow, and I think that's made that big difference here with 11 straight wins.
This is the Manitoba style, a lot of play around that center guard. They would love to move over towards their own corner, but first you have to establish the middle, a little tap.
No. That's good, Jill. Good. Nice.
When I said all that, I meant to say it's
Caitlin. What do you like, Em?
Rachel's not happy with this lineup of stones.
I don't mind running that. Okay. Okay.
Be very careful when you play Manitoba. You don't get sucked into that come-around play at the center line area. Sure, it looks like a good thing for your team if you don't have last drop, but if the angles don't line up, look out for the score.
Should we do the out?
What turn do you want?
The out.
Out turn.
Do you like the end better? I don't want to roll for a corner. Okay. Let's do the end then.
Still not sure, is she?
Let's make a decision.
Yeah, you can also peel a corner
I don't
guard.
mind this if we can get to the inside.
Okay, let's do that.
What's
Okay.
the dilemma here as she looks at this for Rachel Homan?
Vic, I think she'd like to just. The problem right now is you'd love to hit that yellow dead on at 1,000,000 miles an hour and get rid of both yellows, but you can't see enough of it. But with a little less weight, they might be able to sneak to the inside, jiggle them around a little bit, and then both yellows will fly. She's thinking defensively with a 2-point lead.
Gotta be here. Think you're there. Whoa then. Whoa
Realizing that Manitoba does have the last rock here in 2, is that a good idea, Linda?
Well, what she'd like to do is eliminate. One thought was running the guard in, but there are some dangers with that. So if you get these angles set up well, it will be okay.
Not enough.
Speed should be the same over here.
Top court. I throw no less still.
Yeah, this side might be the tad.
Well, I was T-line, right?
Yeah, you're T-line.
Yeah, so I could throw the same, I
Yeah,
think.
we'll sweep it.
Jennifer's trying to surround the shot. Stone coming at it on the other turn.
Okay.
It's not bad. You got room. No. It's T-line on its own. Stay with it.
Whoa.
Top floor.
Whoa. Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
No bounce. No bounce.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa. It's
No,
got a
you
curl
can't.
bit.
You
Got a
can't.
curl bit.
You can't.
Whoa, curl.
No.
Curl.
Okay, Jill. Good.
Curl.
Good. That's good.
Just a little bounce off. Shot Stone still is Ontario, top of the button.
Moving that red makes a big difference now because the yellow on the top right-hand side of the 4 or 8 foot there is not going anywhere now.
We go here, they double and roll over. Let's run it.
Trying to run it into the 2 yellows.
You gotta hit it just high, Em. Otherwise, this is too high. You're gonna go over top of it. Okay. Try and
I
stick
was
it
about
there.
to say that. You have to be
Flip this
really
over.
careful with the angle.
Trying to hit
They either feather the right-hand one right where Rachel's broom is, or he hit the left-hand yellow that was just thrown by Jill Officer. Somewhere in between to be perfect.
Close. Yes.
Emma Miskew. Slightly high, she said. Just have to hit it slightly high and run it back. And oh, she'll pop them both. Goodness.
Could not draw that up any better, Vic.
When we analyze shots, we talk about risk, but you talked about her being fearless, Russ, and they really believe in their abilities. Rachel is a wonderful ice reader. They do think those are all going to be made.
And to get that out, like try that one at home. To get that out, you had to hit it exactly where she did, and you had to throw it really hard. It still barely moved it just out of the rings.
On the pro side for Jennifer, it is opened up now. The center guard moved over. Those rocks are available.
Caitlin Laws.
Yeah.
Out of her hand, Officer, and Askin pick her up. Really a big brush. Stones are coming into play here. Got to get it by those. They did. Get them both? You bet. Very nice as they're trading them here.
Nice shot, Kale.
Good brush, Jane.
Good girl.
Good brush.
Nice.
Good brush.
Control him? Yeah. Okay.
Yellow are now first and third shot.
Great throw also. What a rebound here.
Yeah. Sit down.
Try to roll away here.
Hard.
hit and stay over on the edge of the 8.
Whoa! Whoa! Clean, clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, that's good. Nice throw.
Excited to hit it dead on.
Just hit 2 around the edge of the 8-foot.
Nice throws, Em.
Nice throws. Real good. In my eye, and I can't see her.
Obviously, the red, yellow will be coming next if this rolls out. So Caitlin's going to try to soften the weight, hit and roll behind that corner guard that they set up with Dawn's first one.
Whoa!
10.5, 11.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah!
Yeah! Hard!
Hard!
Yeah!
Hard!
Yeah!
Hard! We're close, Jill. Go! Go!
They're close.
Go,
Roll it
go, go,
away.
go, 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 go,
Get it in
go, go,
behind
go.
the cover.
Caitlin, that's
Lovely.
Nice there, Caitlin.
That's a great start for her. Sometimes, Linda, we've seen Caitlin, you know, start to be a little nervous, bounce around, but certainly looking more calm here.
I was very calm. Perfect weight. Great call by Jennifer to get the roll.
Thanks. Nice shooting. Is that dead berry?
We can have, they have like a little bit of it.
Bullet doubled and soft weight touch shot right in behind the guard.
Back line.
Makeable shot. The guard's fairly long, and Rachel can only see a piece of it. If the weight's perfect, it'll curl in there, maybe get a third to a half of it. But what's it going to do here? Have they played this spot in practice? The only real shot to go by is that corner guard that I can remember, Linda, and it ran the normal amount, so they'll have a rough idea. But remember, Kelly Scott threw a freeze here this afternoon, over a little wider, that it didn't finish like they thought it would.
The only thing you cannot do is blow by everything. Very quiet weight.
Hard! Hard! Just through!
Rachel Homan. First skip stone. Here in 2. Here comes that guard.
Whoa!
Got it by? Yeah, they do. Wow, wow, wow. And they'll roll it to the pin, push it out, and they'll get it to the back edge. Just lovely touch on both sides.
Pretty sure it's enough to be shot over our top of the edge.
Yeah?
That was a low percentage shot. Look how close it is to the guard.
Doesn't look like it from back here.
With that kind of weight, you weren't going to roll much further. It is available, but what a lovely shot.
Hey, done.
Bumper. I want to try to roll it behind the red, Dawn, I think. She's playing the run for sure, so.
Okay, let's go.
Speed's good, eh?
Yeah.
Thought they might roll behind the
Make this
yellow,
roll.
but I guess they just watched what Rachel did, so I'm going to go the other way. Could set up a double raise, though. Jennifer Jones.
Whoa! Whoa!
Needs to get across the nose just a little bit. Trying to get that little jump in behind. There it is. And will settle. Fourth shot. Back 8.
Nice shot, Jen. Good shot.
Real good. Good brushing, guys. It's really good.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Another great shot.
Because then we could have a shot for
Three.
3.
Sorry?
She can't really put in a good spot there. I just hit that and it's
Still pretty good. It's just an easy tap for 2, eh?
Yeah, 2's okay. Like, that's pretty scary. You could tap that up.
No, that's even scarier, I think.
You heard that Jennifer said there's a danger in playing that redstone top 8. If you ever happen to spill that out, it's an easy 3.
Try and get here. She's just gonna run for 2 anyways.
Yeah, but she's gonna have a shot too. We don't want to get this shot.
You wanna go here?
Does she have a double for
Shot
3
over
then?
top, eh?
She's got a double on that. She's got this double for 3 if we go there, right? How for 3?
This one's shot.
Shot.
Oh,
sorry.
I think we got a draw, right?
Do you want to go open? Do you want to go open?
Why don't we try this?
She's going to run it, and that red might go off.
Yeah, but this red will be there.
Do you want to call time? Time? So much time taking on the shot.
It's just for 2, Rach. They can't get rid of that one and that one.
Well,
Yeah.
it's as early a
Time
time as
out.
we've heard
Time.
called here, so they get 90 seconds. And it will bring Coach Earl Morris to the ice.
You don't like throwing out turn half open so that the straight back's difficult for her, and also the tap. You might get the steal, you might get the jam. And I think the idea is to sort of have it slightly buried with the out turn so that the straight back is not easy. You might be able to hit and roll out and only get one if you tries that. And they come around, you might get the steal.
Okay.
Key is just to have another one in the house. We have to.
For sure.
This was
Finishing.
Yeah. I think that's good ice.
That'll go
Like
around
Earl's
us.
input, he's always very firm and factual.
I think a brilliant call, too, because if you can get it into that position, it's tough for Jennifer to hit it without jamming it that way. And it's also, if it's in that position, when they try the run back, that yellow one's going to want to go this way, and it might roll out that way, and they only score the single.
Yeah.
If they can lay it in that perfect spot, kind of quarter buried, half buried, Jennifer could have a tough
Just
one.
because of the way it's curling, like.
Yeah.
The final stone for Ontario and Rachel Homan out of Ottawa.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Really gotta go.
All the way now, Kriviazic
Hard, guys.
and
Go,
Weagle.
Hard.
All the way.
Hard, you got it. Push. It'll glide.
All the way.
Look up.
Look up, look up, look up, look up. And there. Top of the floor for shot stone.
Great throw. Just overstepped it all.
Yeah. That's too bad.
No, well, we had to go.
You heard them say they overswept it a little. The early sweeping did make a little impact on the line, and it could have been a little higher in the house.
Yeah, but still the same. What a great shot.
Beautiful.
And great judgment. They knew right from the get-go they had to line or not. They had to get it to the 8-foot.
Okay, go.
Hairless sweeping would have been better, but Jennifer ever overthrows
Speed's
this,
good,
it's
eh?
4-0 because she high sides it, jams it. She's got to be careful here.
Stay with it. I think it'll finish when it
So
gets to the
needs to
center
come
line.
just off nose to push it back and sit for 2.
Yes, exactly. And the nose is out of the question, I believe. So
They
delicate.
Ontario is sitting 1
More like hack.
after stealing
Back
2
on to hack.
in the first.
Clean. Hack.
Final stone.
Clean.
Nothing yet here. Officer asking. They're just ready to pounce here. Want to do something. Needs to get up a little bit more. Push it back and avoid the jam. Very nice. For 2. Manitoba here in the second.
Very nice.
What a
nice
great
there.
start.
They get our deuce back.
What a terrific start to this 1-2-page playoff game Saturday night. The 2013 Scotties Tournament of Hearts here in Kingston, tied at 2. And so for the first time in the game here in the third, it will be Ontario that has the last draw. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
Line's good. Keep going.
Come on, guys. All you got. Come on. Come on. Hard, hard, hard. Go, 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 go. Nice shot, Don. Very nice.
That first stone that was in the house isn't exactly where they wanted Don to put it. It's just in the 12-foot. Corner guard goes up.
Move it over. Sure.
So it was a little harder for Jennifer to deal with that situation. Could have come around it, could have tapped it up.
Back line. Whoa.
Back line.
Close.
Now this is where the difference is with this Ontario team. They're trying to move that guard over.
Line's good.
Line's good. That's good. That's good. Whoa, whoa.
Just keep the center open.
And they're just rolling off the top of their own and catches the edge of the 12.
Beautifully done.
Good sweep.
And that is so frustrating for the team that's playing against Ontario because the front's open, so you don't think you're going to steal at this point. A lot of rocks to come yet. And now you're hitting already.
Chill, officer. You think it's funny when you think back, Linda, Russ, to when we first heard Randy Furby and the team talk about putting it a 1, 2, 3 or putting it on the button for a 7, trying to roll it underneath and well maybe a corner. That was new then, and now everybody uses the zone system. Do you think people will see other teams start to use this splitting off the centers earlier in ends and not just in the 10th when you need it?
If you're going to do it, you have to train it, and that is one thing that both of these teams practice on a regular basis. You can't pull it out suddenly. It's a shot that has to be a part of your toolkit, and if you do practice it a lot, it's a great weapon.
You see it in Europe a lot more than you do here. Teams tried it when the three guard zone was first invented. We did it a lot, and then all of a sudden it was the leads were getting so good at playing that come around to the top of the 4-footed, we all switched to that style. But it's really effective because I said yesterday, if there was no free guard zone, you'd peel the top rock if you had the opportunity, and by moving it around, like Lisa does so well, it's just as effective.
I don't know. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. You have 3/4? Yep. Okay. Throw here.
Well, Randy Furby is here. We saw David Neto, and of course earlier today he's here watching his wife Heather. It was back in Halifax in 2003 when his team went through round robin undefeated, just like Jennifer Jones did this week.
Yep. Whoa.
Beating Mark Dacey in the final.
No. Curl it. Stick it. Nice. That a girl. Very nice.
And that is now covered.
Shoot. Is that better than? Yeah, 10-20. Yeah. Try to keep the shooter around. Yeah.
Now this is the run back. This is the other part of the Ontario repertoire that is used on a regular basis. They're relying on it to be run back and stuck at least somewhere in the rings.
Close. Yep. Whoa. No. Curl up. It's good, Alec.
87% for the week on Allison's hits. That's a big number.
You like that?
Where's that? Top 4?
Yeah, top 4. Okay. Go there, but I think I like this better.
Okay,
Well played in by Manitoba, but the front's open. There's still chances for Rachel to make her last shot fairly risk-free.
Ontario have only given up 4 stolen ends in round robin play. That's a very low number.
Line's good.
And that's part of the reason why.
Line's good. Clean it. T-line, it's sliding. No, then. It's not bad. No, it's all there.
Caitlin Law is trying to go around.
Just top 4. It's got to bury it. Come on. Go down. Whoa. At the end. Yep. Beauty, Caitlin. Shooting.
To the top edge of the floor. The only thing, and I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, the only thing that I would see about playing those, the wick and trying to open things up, sure, Russ, you're right. If it comes down to it at this moment in time, Ontario would have a draw to get their point. But at the same time, are you not hurting yourself offensively by not leaving some of those stones out there? Granted, you're moving the opposition's stones. But are you not hurting yourself offensively to score more than just a single that your draw would get?
Well, it's more of a defense. You're right. It's more of a defensive style. But there's the old adage right from the day this game was invented is you have to control that front. Yeah, that's the way you win and lose games. And she's getting the opponent's rocks early out of the way, which is but the best you can do.
And the other part of it, Vic, is she is actually trying to leave her guard out in front. So it is a tick, it is a defensive move, but leaving a corner guard up there. However, You have to be able to make the series of shots that follows. That was a tough tap for Emma.
On it again.
But it didn't even touch it.
Anywhere in that line. Yeah, even up here. She don't mind that even. But she just, yeah, I like that.
Like
top 12.
12?
Top 12.
Okay, give you a little bit less.
Yeah.
So Emma Miscue puts it through.
It's just all lines, so.
You love to have the same shot twice. Just take a pound off it. A little higher in the rings, top 12.
Okay, you got more lines.
Line's good.
Partly undercover.
Top 12.
Wait if you can. Wait as long as you can.
Tight top 12. Line's great, yep. Whoa. Broom. Top 8 even. Let it work. Clean it.
Biting 8. Line's good.
Clean.
Line's good.
Okay, lock it on. Yep, yep. Keep just biting 8. Whoa, then.
No,
Whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa. Whoa.
Let it sit.
Nice
We've
shot,
seen
Caitlin.
all week how late the movement is. That one just suddenly jumped to the right.
Nice shooting, Caitlin. Thanks. Must like those rocks.
I do.
And remember, too, like those stones, they were chosen stones after round robin play.
Yep.
Yes!
And we'll spill it out
Good.
into the open. So a nice comeback kind of shot for Emma Miscue.
Yeah.
Leaves the raised stone covered, shooter right there, and then gets the Manitoba stone to spill out to the edge of the 8-foot.
A little bit at an angle. You can, part of the red's poking out on the center line side, but if Manitoba tries to hit it, it's going directly back onto their own rock. So really no choice but to draw for 2 here.
You want to make sure this is at least behind our yellow, so full 4 kind of weight.
Okay.
Positioning, of course, based on the fact
For
you
stride
don't want to
zone
leave a
normal?
corner
Yeah,
out
yeah.
and a double available.
Looks like a big hole, but with the curl, is it that easy to get through there and around?
Yeah, it's not simple. You're right, Vic. There's about a foot on either side, maybe. But we've seen a few down here run straight for a little while if they're deep.
Okay, yep, a little bit for line.
Okay, we can go a little. Got room.
Okay, line's good. Yep.
Two of the very, very best in the women's game. Jill Officer, Dawn Asking,
Line's really good.
trying to drag it around now. Here comes that yellow stone. They're trying to wrap it around that stone. Bring it around. And now the finish all by itself.
I was trying to yell, but it was there.
Great sweeping, you guys. Great brushing.
Oh, just another perfect stone.
That moved again.
That ticks the guard, takes the speed off, stops top 8. There would have been a double to sit 2 right in behind cover.
No, I just
It's important to get that
Yeah,
by.
me too.
Great
Just
throw.
to keep it out there. Yeah. Happy now, like we got loads of line.
Take a double and roll the center.
Sure.
Or you draw. Yeah, we could. I just don't have a draw path against anything.
Okay.
Let's hit it.
She doesn't like that rock at the top of the 12-foot. Now you're thinking a little bit about setting up for your
Try
last.
the freeze. A little tap's not awful. Edge. Edge.
Instead of the run back, though, she's going to play the freeze.
Good shot. Just find the deep. Okay.
It's always the same. When Rachel
See where
Homan
it
comes
is.
up
Yeah.
the
Could always
ice,
just
she
cover.
gets the little
Give them
low
that one.
5
Yeah.
from Allison Kreviasik, and then the little fist pump from Lisa Weigel. It settles in.
You can see the difference in releases here. Jennifer had quite a bit more ice. We talked earlier in the week, little in-out motion, lots of rotation. It tracks and tracks and tracks. And only till maybe a third of the way down the ice it decides to curl.
We heard Jennifer Jones said, boy, it really moves here on her stone that wrapped around.
Clean it.
Do it. Whoa.
There's that big break now, a little extra weight though, and now down on the corner just like that.
swept it again.
That's my fault.
Oh, okay.
Just gotta make sure we get to the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a little less. I won't be light, right?
Okay.
How did I get this broom?
That ice, Linda, they're trying to tap it back?
At first she thought, she said she was just trying to cut down
Gotta
the
get to the
circles.
inside of this. So see for the freeze, if we've got good line, we might be able to tap it. Okay.
So it's playing the freeze. It's going to be hard to tap it when you're
So
thinking
I'll try to
freeze.
throw
The
you a
brushes
T-line
would
on
have
its
to
own kind of
really
thing.
carry it for the extra little weight.
We know it'll walk.
Yeah.
So this is about the force here and holding them to the single?
It is.
You could just be short here and make it tough to score 2.
Final stone
Line's
here
tight.
in 3.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Jennifer Jones.
Really hard.
Again, this movement as it gets to the center line and then it starts to dive. There's that stone top 12. They've got to get it by that one first. They were able to save it the first time. Officer and Askin cannot do it this time. Now the rub and spill over. Sits the top edge of the 4.
That was an interesting one because Jennifer was yelling for line, and I think Caitlin was trying to get the information on the weight because you didn't want to bounce that very far if you could avoid it. It looked like it was going to crash, so you had to know.
A little tight, eh?
Yeah, I just didn't get out there.
Jennifer's was yelling so loud you couldn't really get them off.
Great point.
You can wick off and hit that net.
I think I just saw this one.
Okay, I'm just worried that it finishes somewhere.
But I can make off that.
No, because then they will be shot. You have to get here. Like, you have to be nose or inside. If you're on the outside, they're shot. I'm just wondering if the intern's easier because you can hit this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you like
I don't know
this
the ice.
intern-
That's the
okay.
only thing.
Okay, let's take the outturn.
I think it's there.
Okay.
Just a little more ice, I think. Just an inch.
Just ticking that guard, you know, you watched Jennifer Jones. She had the broom in this area here, a little bit less, and we talked about it earlier. Hers are going to curl a lot more than Rachel Homan's. I think she was fooled a little wee bit on the curl. Great throw. She had the right speed. It wasn't light, but it just over curled.
Well, she did take it a little tighter. Right? From her first one, she did tighten up the ice a little bit, and it's interesting now.
Sorry? Just a foot
Different
less,
thrower,
eh?
granted, but Homan is taking a little bit more ice.
Well, they're saying they cannot over curl. They've seen Jennifer's curl quite a bit, and if you over curl, as Emma pointed out, and roll over at all, the yellow one at the back will be shot.
Very tough to keep it on the high side here with that yellow one in the way that was just thrown.
Final stone in a 2-2 tie here in 3. Ontario is sitting the 1. Got to come right to the face to be second shot. Krivjasic and Weigel. Maybe has to play the little bounce. Nope, it'll get by right to the nose. There it is, 2 Ontario. Right to the nose. We're at the K-Rock Center for this 1-2 page playoff. The Scotties in Kingston. What a game it's been. Wonderful to watch. And Ontario with a 4-2 lead as they have traded deuces, but it started with the Ontario steal of 2 in the first. So we go to 4, and here it will be Manitoba. Jennifer Jones and the team from the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg that has the last rock. They have the hammer here in 4, playing the Yellowstones.
If you were to assess this Ontario team, they are a very strong team. If there was one thing you might wonder about Rachel, that's her draws. In round robin play for just the draw shot, she was 77%. But then last night in her final win against Team Canada, she was only 65% in her draw. So you're sort of wondering, well, tonight, she's only thrown 4 of them, but she's at 94%.
Wow.
Those draws have been almost perfect.
They're not draws to the 12-foot either. They're just specific distances, angles. What a great deuce.
Your gut was around?
I don't mind that, but go here, full 8.
Now, let's just go back to what we said earlier. She plays that tick. Is that deuce in some way related to that tick to open it up, or did things happen that the tick really didn't matter?
Well, the tick didn't really matter in that she didn't get the house spread out as she wished. She got a corner guard, but play didn't stay around the corner. It came back to the middle. So it took wonderful execution by Rachel on her 2 shots to get the deuce.
Can't. Yep. Whoa. Atta girl, beauty.
This is where it gets interesting for Team Manitoba. Best team maybe in the world at scoring points. But look what Rachel Homan does. Runs out, peels the guard, tries to draw the play into the rings, and wants to have a crack at a double later in the end.
That's good, Allie.
Jennifer just ticked the guard with her second one and opened it up. Got a little unlucky with the roll, as you mentioned. One was sweeping, one wasn't. Yelling sweep. It might have been tempting just to fill the hole or leave it short and concede the single.
I wasn't sure why she needed to be so far. And as I said, the freeze versus the tap is quite a different shot. It's hard to translate one into another just with brushing. Rachel took full advantage of the small opportunity.
Line's good. Hey, we can wait. It's a little heavy right now.
Well then.
We're tapping.
So back to the center with these shots. Corner guard gone, and angles have to be perfect now.
Off. Off. Clean. Very nice, Jill. Nice shot.
What couldn't be done here if Rachel wants to take it on by hitting it here? This one goes this way, and the second one will want to drag a little bit. It comes off here. It could go that way. You could get rid of both if she chooses to.
Maybe a bit less.
Just had to stay in the offense.
T-line. Whoa.
Never.
Lead still there.
No, we haven't. We're not even on the rock yet.
Back 4.
Yep. Go by hard. Hard on this. Whoa.
They won't be happy with that one. I thought they'd make the defensive move there with the big weight ability of Allison.
Go here.
I agree. I think it was worth a risk.
Yeah, I guess hitting that.
You like that?
Sure.
And now the angles have been disturbed by that last tap.
Could go here too. I think that rock's helping us.
Okay.
Top 4.
You threw this spot before, Jill.
Jill Officer as we play second stone.
Lots to line. Back 8 maybe.
No, we're not bad.
Lots to line.
T-line.
Getting better. We're chapping now. We're chapping.
Still lots. Whoa. Still lots of room.
Still clean. It's still chapping. It's coming down. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Shot, Jill. Good. Caitlin. Just wanted to see what you thought.
Yeah.
Angles are good for us right now.
Just gonna
Can't run it.
Trying to come off the side one to change the situation in the middle. The angles for the red team The red stones are not in their favor.
Yes!
Emma miscue.
Whoa, whoa! Yep, yep, yep! Hard!
And that will pop one.
Let's get him.
Shooter squishes through to
Right here.
sit for second shot.
Kicked the one out, left the other two still in a nice spot for Jennifer.
And roll to the wing.
Hey, Kale, let's go.
Still nice angles for Jennifer Jones. That one little freeze that came in heavy and rearranged them a little bit really hurt the angles for Ontario. Been tempting to run that front one in. There's still lots of time here.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Hard. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
Caitlin Laws.
Good.
Wow. Remember now it is Manitoba that has last rock.
Finished, yeah.
So there's Ontario sitting shot stone and then
Little big, maybe?
3 yellows.
Yeah. That shot stone is just going to be gone at any time. They're just waiting and waiting because it provides some protection for the yellows.
Board. Solid. Solid. No, right off.
No. Real
Close.
solid. No, no, no.
Just stay close. No, no, never.
Curl.
Curl. Cam. Same kind of weight. You have a half it. Just, yeah. Be great if we could roll that, tap those back. Okay. Same weight.
So this is the moment, is it, to get rid of that red shot stone?
He can't wait too much longer after this rock stops. There's only 2 Manitoba stones left. So you could hit the red one, try to stay in tight there.
Hair more. Close. Yeah.
Interesting end with the angles.
Whoa! Whoa! More. No, then. Back one. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard.
Officer and Askin now with a little late brush.
Hard.
Nope, nope, nope.
That was plan B. That was not intended and definitely not what they wanted at all.
So they didn't get to move the shot stone.
Tough one.
Just jumped it, though, too.
We had to.
Kind of got a
Why?
combination.
No, we jumped it out of her hand.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Rolling?
We're good there. Roll up. Yep.
Skip stone.
Whoa.
Rachel Homan.
Clean.
Her first.
Yes.
And we'll roll it towards the 4 foot. Shot stone is still Ontario. Second shot, that yellow just on top of it.
What if we just roll?
Not quite where she wanted it.
She guards, and then I play the run for 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Firm.
Okay.
I think we got to throw the out you.
Yeah.
All right.
You're always thinking, if I didn't throw it, what would the opposition have? And the fact that it rolled in leaves Jennifer a little chance.
Well, I thought we were on the high side.
Firm.
I thought we were going to drag it even farther out. Oh, well.
A rare over curl on the Rachel's out turn. It runs so straight. Over curled a hair. Jennifer hits this dead on, though. There might be a double opportunity. Is she trying to kick the shot rock out of the way or just kind of roll over, Linda?
I thought she was trying to kick it over, but you have to be careful if you do that.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the run back is there.
Yes. Whoa. 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 Yeah.
Count. Officer and Askin. Got the line, yes, and then slides underneath. Just gives it a slight touch on the way by. Ontario is still shot stone.
Weight's the same out here, Allie. Sorry.
It was very tight ice when she put the broom down, and if we compare the two throws, as you mentioned before, Russ, you're going to get more curl if you're Jennifer Jones.
It's amazing when you play against somebody. We used to play against Team China once in a while. You'd get fooled the first few times because theirs were over curl and you were taking too much ice. And here it's the opposite. Jennifer's are going to curve much more than Rachel's. Whoa, that changes the situation here.
Still is that way in the women's game, and Binghu Wang, the Chinese women.
Yes, good point.
Their brushes on the next sheet, and you're wondering how are they getting over. But
Wait, 3. Okay, whoa. Over and off. 3, 4.
There's a little inside on that, and it could over curl the spot. So they're being very careful with the brushing.
It's the final stone for Ontario. Throw on the capper, and now the draw against the one. The missed shot by Jennifer Jones with her first means she has to draw a piece of the button.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
That moved again. Just getting
This end had set up so well for Manitoba until the miss by Caitlin Laws. That changed everything, and Rachel had left a small opening with a tiny mistake on her first, but no mistake on that guard.
It was setting up for a possible 3. That's what it looked like, and now a big point
You can
here.
do this, Jill. It's normal.
Yep.
Okay.
I was thinking either one. I'm sure.
You're gonna have to go.
Final stone out of her hand right away, as you see. Officer and Askin,
Really good.
great judging
Line's great.
of the stone. Gotta go. Needs the button.
Line's great.
Needs to move.
Line's
Needs the
great.
button. Drawing against the one, top 4.
Sweep for T. Line's good. Sweep
Needs
for
a
T.
piece of the button.
Sweep for T. Right on the T. Very nice, Jen.
You bet. They are, without
Nice, Jen.
doubt, 2 of the very best in the women's game in the world. Officer and Askin. Manitoba gets 1. Ontario leads. Maybe a vest, maybe a jacket, lots of souvenirs of a very successful Scotties here in Kingston, the largest sporting event ever held in Canada's first capital. Brian is with Nancy Marcus, the corporate vice president of marketing for Kruger Products.
Nancy, what a great week we've had at the Scotties. Some fantastic shot making. Crowds have been great. The 1-2 game very exciting. Why is Kruger Products so involved with women's curling in Canada?
Well, you know what? After 32 years of sponsoring women's curling in Canada, we are so highly committed to our women. We believe they're champions on and off the ice. And, you know, these women are buying our products, Scotties facial tissue, Purex and Cashmere bathroom tissue, and Sponge towels. They're loyal to us, and we in turn are amazingly loyal to them.
So we're excited at TSN. We're off to Montreal for the Scotties next year, and that's Kruger's backyard. How excited are you guys for that?
Well, it's great. Montreal's an amazing city, and, you know, Kruger, our head office is in Montreal in 1904. Kruger's family started the business, and besides corporately, we've taken the Scotties from Victoria to St. John, so why not in Quebec? So we're happy to be at La Belle Provence, and we're going to be there.
And you'll take me for poutine, right?
Absolutely. Poutine, extra poutine. So.
Nancy, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
And it will be at the Maurice Richard Arena. Seats about 4,700. It's on the grounds of Olympic Stadium. The Metro goes right there. You have P9 on one side, VO on the other. And I'm sure we can find some poutine with extra gravy and cheese curd. As we welcome you back to Kingston. 4-3. Ontario leads. We go to 5. And the team from the Ottawa Curling Club has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
Oh, I think it's less.
Line's good.
Let it work, Donna.
Another impressive performance by
then if
Lisa
you can.
Weigel, the Ontario lead,
This
making
here.
the 2 ticks that were asked
Sorry,
for her,
just
and you can see how
it's gotta-
spread out the stones are now.
It's got to stop. Yeah. It'll stop. Higher the
A lot
better.
easier on arena ice to make that shot than it is in a curling club, but go home and try it. Like, that is just fantastic.
Good, Jill.
The whole 8 foot's wide open, and it's tough on Manitoba at this point because How do you steal? How do you steal at this point?
Try and go really thin. Okay.
It's something Jennifer hasn't faced really because nobody else in the women's game does it. So that's the other part about it is already on the scoreboard you're a little frustrated if you're Manitoba, the way things have gone, especially the steal to open the game. And now you're facing some different strategy than you used to seeing.
Whoa, 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 no. Yep, that's it, go. Hard, hard. Okay.
Give you a touch less.
I'm trying to go across the top there, and once it ran that straight, had to hit it thinner and carry him off the yellow into the rings, but hit it too thick, stuck it. So now the scoring area is a little shorter.
Pick me, sir. I have a question.
Halfway.
I'm looking at this.
I don't think it's
Center
more,
line
but
has
it might
been
be the
called
same.
for.
Just
I know.
just to my broom.
But those two, you've got overlapped
to my
guards covering the
Gotta
8,
move it
covering
off
the
for a
edge of the
second.
8.
Oh, we can.
Why wouldn't Ontario want to go right in behind those?
I think at some point they will. If this was Jennifer's last shot, she'd be all around that, trying to force Ontario not to blank. Because at this point, they don't want to blank, and Ontario would love to blank all the way through. They'd be one up coming home with the hammer. But I think Jennifer's job here in Manitoba is to create a steal opportunity, and the best way to do that is have a center guard, not one that's covering the 8-foot.
And for Ontario, they would love to use those corner guards, but if they happen to duck in behind a corner, Jennifer would duck in behind the center line guard and make it really hard for them to score.
It just looks too good.
It looks juicy.
It does.
Come around the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little higher than yours.
Yeah, we want just halfway high.
No, I go back to what you said earlier when we first came on the air, Russ, is
Just
that
here.
you know both these skips are fearless,
Just here.
but realizing too, and I'm not being silly about it, realizing
Yeah, a
that
little bit.
Ontario
Yep,
wants
yep.
to have something and
Yep,
leave
yep,
themselves
go, go,
something,
go.
but
Good,
those
Caitlin,
corners,
nice
the way they are, if you're Ontario,
Good.
albeit 8-foot, edge of the 8-foot, and there we go. She just tapped inside, so.
It's the timing, Vic. If you
Okay.
go too early, then Manitoba's going to try things that will complicate the end. And for Rachel Homan, it's about a bit of simplicity. It's a bit of room. It's a bit of movement to the wings, but also knowing you have the 4-foot left if you need it.
Analyzing that center guard too, it's long enough that if Manitoba ends up in behind there, there's a chance, a pretty good chance that Rachel with great tap back weight can get that out of there. If that was a tighter guard, she might not be doing this.
Back 8.
Yep, all the way. Yep. Hard. Okay, that's good.
And around they go. Just slips behind the tee line. Back edge of the 8.
A little deeper than they would have liked. Top 8 would have been just perfect. Gives Caitlin a little bit of room to slide in there, but.
Line's good. Tee line, roll there. Weight's good. Sweeper tee. Little top. Wall then. Clean. Sweeper tee. Wall. Might have to go a little. Only if you have to. Line's great. Line's good. No, we're good. Roll there. Can't bounce. Can't bounce. Lock it on. Can't bounce. Yep. Keep the line. Keep the line. Go, 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 go. Beauty,
Trying to
Caitlin.
hold the
Beauty.
line for her to stay
There you go.
shot stone. Very nice.
Nice one, Caitlin.
Boy, just that little bit too deep, huh? On Miskew's stone.
Nice shooting, Caitlin. Thanks.
Perfection of the Caitlin Laws again, and you heard Jennifer say you must like those 2 stones a couple ends ago. I think she, you know, that, and that's part of the trick is pick out 2 that you most curlers want identical speed and curl with their rocks, and I think Caitlin's found 2 that she might throw in the broom bag at the end of the week.
Yeah. A little heavy. Wait there. Small bump. No.
It's coming now.
No. No. Never switch. Never. Never, guys. Never.
No. No.
Sit.
And
Okay.
didn't come up quite enough.
No, lose weight if you can.
the same line, but it really took a long time to curl compared to my first.
Yeah.
It's just been more rotation or something.
Okay.
A fraction off on those two draws by Emma Miskew, a little deep, and then one that didn't curl quite enough. So close to being perfect, but allows Jennifer in both cases to get something in a better spot.
Good, Jen. Hack weight. Okay.
Maybe like I thought just a little bit more positive, but I thought it would still come back.
It's good.
Jennifer Jones, her first. She talked about getting to the nose of this, just across the nose, maybe pushing this back and out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the officer and asking again. They saved it. Look at this.
Beauty, Jen.
Good brushing, guys.
Good brushing, guys, indeed.
That was a great read on the ice by Jennifer, that hack weight. Sometimes those in-between weights is a little harder. The ice might be a tiny bit different today, and then you get the brushers involved, and the line was perfect.
I don't run so much else.
Well, unless you do like a wall. It's just tough.
Yeah. It's very round.
Okay.
Really not many options. That was, as you said, perfect. We've been saying that quite a few times
Yes, we have.
tonight, but the best way to get the two is play the easy come around, and top of the 8, just the shot rock. The deeper you go, the easier it is for Jennifer.
Okay. You know your weight.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, these shots are not easy that the teams are playing. It's been quite a complicated game, and what spectacular numbers so far for Rachel.
Weight's close. Wall line. We can wait.
Get off, Allie. Get off.
Stay close.
Line's good.
Hey, go.
Switch.
Yeah, switch.
The switches to try and get
Pull
more
in,
curl.
switch. Hard, guys. Get it there. Go.
Hard.
Finish. Go.
They need to drag a little bit more here to get it for shot stone. Oh,
Okay.
really close. Very close.
And you could tell that they knew it was light. They didn't do the switch where you swap positions closer to the stone because they didn't want to let up.
Nose it anyway.
Yeah, if we can, that'd be great.
Yeah. As long as we could.
It's not totally buried either. I think it's close enough that they're going to have to hit it. It looks like one red to me. But
Back weight. That was good weighting.
Yeah.
if that was an inch or two shorter, you might see Jennifer sitting 2 points go right around everything.
Just another foot.
yeah, just another foot.
Great try.
Would have tucked a little bit more behind the guard, been shot for sure.
Well, life will be a little more complicated if this one is more a nose hit.
It's like more.
Yeah. A little hotter. Yeah. Wow.
A little hotter out of her hand. You could hear Don Aston say, feels like more. Here comes that guard. Here comes that guard. Ho, ho.
Holy shit, Caitlin.
And they'll roll over to the edge to sit 3. Or sit 2 for sure. Pardon me. Stone sits. 4th shot is top edge of the 8.
Young eyes on that sweeping call. That didn't get by. Whoa. Didn't get by much.
The good thing about cutting it close to that guard is you get less roll. That stone stops just. And so you do have Rachel going to the other turn.
That was more like comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has to come through the hole. Final stone. It's a draw against 2. Needs full
Weight's good.
8. The whole stone in the white. Krviazuk and Weigel. This is going to do it all by itself here.
It's cross and center.
And on its own to the back edge of the button. Single point, Ontario here in 5. To take a 5-3 lead. It's the 1-2 page playoff here at the Scotties. Manitoba and Ontario. We are at the K-Rock Center in Kingston for this 2013 edition, the 32nd edition of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. And we welcome you back. 5-3 Ontario leads. And here in the 6th, it will be Manitoba that has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Two stones in the center, belonging to Ontario. The corner guard is up, and Jennifer Jones doesn't wait. She tries to use that corner guard very early.
Hard line! Hard! Hard! You got room. Back 8. You're by. Back 4, back 8.
They are by.
Keep going. Keep going. Keeper's better. Go, 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 go.
And it will go back 8. That's third shot.
Nice. Pressing.
You're going to see Rachel Homan and the young Ontario team run that guard off. That's been the plan of attack all week. Try to draw the play into the rings with two perfectly placed Red Rocks in front of the tee line. It's going to make Manitoba work for their deuce.
Allison Krviazuk runs off the corner.
4 feet.
And again, the point by Jennifer Jones. Let's put it back.
Here you go.
Just the one sheet in play after the round robin, which ended last night.
Line's good. Hey.
Oh,
It's all there.
It's all there, I think. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The game in round robin play
Just
was
clean,
high
just
scoring.
clean.
Manitoba
I think
winning
it's gonna be
9-7.
No.
And in that game, there was a lot of big scores being traded. The fact that we've seen 2 single points traded on the scoreboard is not like what we saw in that round robin game. But it's not because of lack of stones in play. It's some nice shot making.
A little deeper than Jill wanted that one. You might see the, instead of the blank, roll into the rings here and protect those 2 red ones at the top of the button.
I'd be interested, Linda, to hear what the game plan, the mindset of Ontario was coming in, having that many points scored against them in the loss, that maybe wanting to play it a little more open, but at the same time, they got their steal of 2, taking advantage of maybe a slow start by Manitoba.
Now, they did get that very good break to start the game, that's for sure, and that does change some of your approach. But I think in the game in round robin play, it's fair to say that some of the big scoring was not what was the plan. There was a lot of play around corner guards that Ontario let happen that ended up in a big score for Manitoba, and you're not going to see that from them in this weekend play.
It's the key shot. You want to stay right on top here.
That's fine. That's fine.
When you go back to that game, of course, Manitoba scored 9 against Ontario.
And 4.4 points against on average during the round robin is what Ontario was giving up. So that was a huge score against them. Otherwise, they've been very good. They do blank quite a bit. You saw that. 10 blank ends, 4-6 against. Manitoba during round robin was only involved in 8 blank ends, so half the number. And that does reflect the aggressive play of Manitoba.
Nice throw.
But on the Manitoba side, I mentioned the fact they blank last, and they steal a pile. In that beginning, we talked about forcing singles, stealing, that combination without hammer being so brilliant, on top of the fact that 8.6 points per game on average in round robin. They're a powerful scoring machine. And that's why it's pretty remarkable what has happened so far. Just 3 on the board so far for Manitoba.
Well, yeah, they normally score just about 9, as you just mentioned, and that's amazing. You only have hammer 5 times in theory, unless the other team's nice to you, and it's 2 shot, almost 2 points an end. It's a lot of points.
Line's good. Line's great. Wait,
Caitlin Laws.
Stay with it.
Trying to come down on the corner. Taps it back. Will sit there for second shot. Shot stone center line. The red stone top 8.
Nice kill.
Great play of Ontario here. I think Caitlin's been overshadowed a little bit. Some of the freezes and tap backs have just been spot on. The angle's perfect on that. You'd love to be able to remove it to the wall side, and you can't because of the angle.
It's probably heavy.
Clean. Forward. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Yes. Yep. Hard. Forward. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Emma miscue.
All right.
Rolls to cover a corner. Didn't get quite the roll on top.
Don't mind making the double. Okay.
Just by rolling that little 4 or 5 inches less than they wanted to, and now they can. Caitlin can make the double and hang around by nosing it. It's all about hanging around when you're 2 points down.
Roll opens, the double goes into that. Or roll over. Right on top of it.
I thought they could hold it.
Little big. 9. 9 for sure, I think.
No.
Caitlin Laws.
Never. 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 Back red. Back red.
Has she got the double? It'll get one. Lucky not to jam. Pushes it back.
Good kill.
So Shotstone remains that red
You don't like kicking that, eh?
Nice
in the top of the 8 foot.
890. I think that.
Oh, way too big. Good shots.
One thing I really
Good
like
shot on
about
your first
Caitlin and
left
Emma, the 2/3, is when they come down to the skip, there's great personal responsibility. There's none of that, oh, it must have been the ice, it didn't work, it must have been this. They're both very good about being honest, and that gives the skip the information they need. I turned it, I was light, I did something. Then you can read the next one better.
Rachel could have tried to pick that yellow one clean, but it's so good, such a good angle that Caitlin Laws put on there. They're going to hit the top one first.
Yeah. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Rachel Homan, first skip stone, and rolls it away to the edge.
They're trying to save the shooter in front of the red stone.
Sorry, it's not.
Could roll this way, but
just
that
gets
makes it
closer.
easier. Just roll here and make your deal with that, and then I should have a double,
Yeah.
right? Okay. 10.
Okay.
I'd have to roll your way, hair Dawn.
I like the thought process from Rachel there. You rolled on top. The shot rock can hard for Manitoba to remove it without making a double. You make the double, your yellow one's so high. Ontario would still have a shot or second shot in there for sure.
Yeah. Like to, but you gotta deal with that one, right? Like,
That's right.
Okay.
Already thinking ahead.
What can I wait? Just the normal?
Just a 10, yeah. Or whatever we've been, yeah.
Jennifer Jones, her first. Officer asking back right off.
No, no.
And gets the roll just to the edge of the 4 foot. Sitting 2.
It's a really nice roll unless you're playing Rachel Holman. She's got a very good chance with an upweight shot here to hit a 2/3, 3/4 of this and kick it straight across. You need some speed to do that, but that's definitely in her arsenal.
That's her strength.
Kick that
isn't it?
across. Yeah, exactly. But you got to get a lot of this. Half a rock, I think, goes underneath. So when you hit a lot of the rock, it absorbs a lot of energy, and you need some speed to kick this across.
Make sure we get the one, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Very sensitive, as all curlers are, to anything that's under the stone. It's the princess and the pea, you know, just you feel it there and you know it's there.
He's playing the out turn, so this broom is on the negative side. That means he's going to have to go straight.
Go hard, Lise. Go hard.
Hard, Lise.
It's going Lisa Weagle's way. Bang it back. But they're grouped there. And that Yellowstone is third shot.
Shows how difficult the shot was because the angle was pretty good. It still doesn't punch it far enough.
Very few players in this field would even take that shot on. That had to be big time weight, but now there is a double right back for the two.
I had to be conservative with it. And now that I've seen it, I can throw it again.
So make the double, sit there, score 2 and tie. Jennifer Jones.
Close for sure, I think.
Officer Naskin. Nothing. 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 Make the double. Sit there. Score 2. Make the double. Oh, she stuffed it. Stuffed it. The shooter will spin out. Steal of 1 for Ontario. A week from this evening, we will be in Edmonton, and it will be our first day of coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier. What a wonderful field. Only 2 rookie teams. Everyone else comes in with lots of experience. And the big 3 are there. Stoughton, Martin, Howard. The Tim Hortons Brier from Edmonton begins next Saturday. So a mistake by Jennifer Jones results in another steal, so that's 3 stolen points for Ontario, and that's the difference in the game. They lead 6-3, and here in 7 it will be Manitoba that has the last rock, playing the Yellowstones. Just
Like a little more. It's close.
is it her? Is it the team? These are just mistakes you don't expect them to make.
There are some little mistakes. Let's just use that last shot that Jennifer played as an example. That was almost a little bit of choice as far as how you play the shot and how you ice it. You had to be sure you got 1. So that was a lot of ice to be sure you got 1. That was playing it pretty cute to get the double. So that the 1 get close, maybe still the mistakes will add up, but you have to be able to stay with this Ontario team because they're so good at defense.
Yeah, the other unfortunate one was the third end where they could have just thrown one in the guard position and forced Rachel Homan to a single. Kudos to Jennifer because she thinks she can make everything. She tried to slice by the guard, tick the guard, almost made a great shot, but it rolled open enough to give Rachel the deuce. And all these deuces add up.
Hard! Hard! Go! All you got, go! Keep her going, come on, keep her going, keep her going, keep her going. Go, get it in, go. Okay.
Not quite, doesn't get there.
I can't see past you when I'm on the inside.
I thought it was sliding better.
Got about a quarter.
Yeah,
Let's just peel. Let's make it simple. Go.
Hey,
Peel.
yes, go! Hard!
Good sweep, guys.
And they'll get the top one.
Don't mind coming around. Okay. Or that. Let's freeze.
You know, when you scout the Ontario team, we talk about the big weight ability. What that translates into is the fact that it's very likely Rachel will get a peel when she calls for a peel. Lots of rotation, big weight. Even if you hit a majority of the stone you're aiming at, you're still going to get a lot of spin. And so Manitoba has to be prepared to play with guards, knowing that if the peels start, those are most likely gone.
That's true. A little bit of a pocket here. They can kind of tap that top one, stay to the inside, and
Lock it on, guys. Lock it on. Come on.
Laws and Askin
Keep going, Caitlin.
trying to
Hard,
drag
hard.
this
Lock it.
down and
Okay.
trying to hold the line.
Can't baby them anymore.
Yeah.
can't baby them anymore, can't give it to the brushers. They're saying they can't drag it quite as far, and that's understandable. The pebble will eventually wear down that center path. Maybe 2 or 3 feet slower than it was at the start of the game.
I think earlier today maybe it started a little bit later, but we saw a lot of takeouts in that game. Maybe not quite as much brushing, maybe not quite as much wear in the center. But definitely by the 9th end of that game, it was much slower.
Weight's good. Oh, right off. No,
Thin?
never.
Hit our off?
No, never. It's way too thin for the top.
I was just going to say to take that back.
It was too thin.
So she,
Like they were,
Allison Kreviasik makes the pick, loses the shooter.
They were like a foot separated.
Ontario continues to sit the 2 here in 7 without last rock.
We would have had to wick to get any kind of tick under. And even if we ticked it, it would have been worse almost.
In a perfect world, they would have loved to have taken their own shot rock out and not left this little wall.
Lots now.
Back 4.
Okay, well, then stay close.
Still back 4,
No,
back 8.
no, off
Way out
then.
there.
Back 8, eh? Off.
Need to get to the inside of this red one.
And will not. Just how many times? A little light with the first by Jill, and that just maybe a foot or 2 heavier, right?
Like that.
Yeah, and I think you know, you made the adjustment. You had to throw it a little harder because the first one was a shade light, but by throwing it harder, it stayed out longer into the what we call the good stuff, where it's the pebbles still there. It's a little freer running in that spot, and that caused it to run a little straighter also. Good try though.
Control. Yep. Clean.
Control.
Yes.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Right off.
Whoa.
And once again, and all the way out the back.
And. What do you like?
Can we tap it right side by side?
That'd be great. Like T-line.
Yeah.
Sweet for tea.
You know this will be close. Caitlin's weight's been spot on.
So just playing that center line stone and just pushing it back a foot or so.
If you line them up, tap it, you know, like exactly a foot, but this rock has to be in between the two of them. It can't be on the outside, and then it's easy to be removed. So the line's an issue also.
Back 4, back 8. It's got to be heavy. It's got no line. Back 8.
No.
Back 4. Back 8
No.
still. Wait. No. No. Back 4. No, we're just by the top one. Good.
And a little rub on the top one first.
Here, wait.
I'm sorry, I thought
Nice weight, Caitlin.
when they said
Okay.
even them up, they were going to play that center line one.
They were.
Oh, okay.
They didn't curl.
All right.
Even just between mine.
Yeah,
Like my
they
first and my
didn't-
second one.
here.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't want to take it out though. Like it'd be nice.
Okay, we'll
to
try to
move
hit it as close to it as we can.
Just inside nose.
Okay.
You try to hit the right one first onto the yellow and have 2 lined up, but they're going to go the other way. They're going to hit it right where the broom is, take out their own rock at the back, and try to kick the other red at the top of the forefoot over a little bit.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Emma miscue.
Good.
They will kill one of their own. Shooter rolls over. And so Ontario without last rock, sitting 2 around the edge of the 4.
That big arm extension that Emma used generates the extra speed, and away it goes.
Line's good. T-line. Weight's close.
Line's good. Might have to go a little bit.
Sweep it if you can. All there.
Weight's there.
Hey, whoa then. Whoa.
Little bump right now.
No, it's good. Yeah. Whoa. No bounce. Yeah.
Hard. Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa. No bounce.
Whoa.
We're tapping. Whoa.
No. Sit.
Sorry, Caitlin. Good.
And it is.
Yeah.
You know, voices will often indicate a team's
Definitely through last.
demeanor.
Yeah.
And just
Good
the
night
way
there.
when you listen
Good
to
shot.
Sorry.
Jennifer and Caitlin and some of the brushing calls, even with the front end, you don't hear the confident Jones team. Are you hearing that too?
Yeah, normally we would say the Don Askin and Jill Officer are never wrong. Their judgment is superb. They've been a little uncertain, and then the same with the line from the house end. They're not really sure when it's going to break.
Rolls off, I got a good freeze. Yeah. He's good there.
Very.
Now, as Russ mentioned, Rachel and her team do throw differently. They do what we call throw to the margin. It's a little in-out, so their reaction of their stones is quite different. Very nicely done. So you're not getting the same read from the opponent you might get to also use that information in the equation.
To sit 3 without last rock.
Thanks, you're cool. I really popped it, so that's why I called off.
Yeah, and then they said up. I was like, okay, we're good.
Just the way I threw it, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think it's going to come too much.
Too late to go for the 2 now, so they're going to have to make sure they score. Try to hit this one right there. That'll kick that red one that way, and there's kind of a homemade triple possibly. Like that, like that. Stay there.
I don't know. I think she can hit this one first. I don't think you can hit this
Oh,
one
she's
first.
making a triple.
Yeah.
Now they see it too. Right out of her hand, Officer Naskin. Rush all the way down for them. Crack this in the middle, get rid of 2, maybe get them all. There they go.
Great shot, Jen. Great shot. Crushing. Blank it out, I guess.
Great throw, good line call.
They held that.
Yeah.
But it was tight.
They need to double the ticket prices here for tonight's game.
What a shot.
That's a lot of good shot making.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
There is a little roll available to Rachel if she wants it.
Can't roll out though.
Stay close.
Yeah, that stone is close enough that you might see the little split.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Yes!
Now the little roll in behind. Oh, wow.
Great shooting.
Not going to
Awesome, guys.
let you off the hook. Eh? Nothing's going to be easy when you're playing her.
Well, even if Rachel rolled to there, that might set up an angle for Jennifer to come in, promote this one, roll that way, and still score 2. If you rolled out, you play the hit and rolled out, it would give you the split for 2. So that had to be just about perfect, which it was.
Just can't baby it, I don't think. Yeah.
One other benefit of the up weight is you give very tight ice. Rachel puts the broom down. You're basically looking at a nose hit with brushing for the roll, so you're unlikely to roll too far. Very nicely played.
Final stone, 7th.
Not curling.
Ontario is sitting 1. Needs full 8 foot.
Not curling.
Jennifer Jones,
There it goes.
Officer with the dust, Askin. Full 8.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, dear. Who saw that coming?
Sorry, no way I thought that was heavy. No, I didn't think it was going to slide that far.
You can hear them. They didn't think this was possible. It wasn't going to slide that far, but it did. From the very moment they won their provincials and booked a spot here in Kingston, this year's Scotties had a very unique storyline. Team Nova Scotia were reunited. and hoping to relive those magical moments they produced all those years ago. Kim Kelly described this trip to the Scotties as a bonus round for their careers. However, as play got underway and the losses started to mount, it seemed this week would be one they'd rather forget. Starting 0-4, Team Nova Scotia just couldn't find their touch. And then the magic did come back. And as the week progressed, they kept finding ways to win like they'd done so many times before. By Wednesday, they were back to 500 and had people thinking that a playoff spot was in sight. In the end, however, it wasn't to be. That slow start was just too much to overcome. And so on Friday night, their last game against Alberta meant nothing. However, at the same time, it meant so very much. When the final rock had been thrown and Team Nova Scotia left the ice, perhaps for the final time, the crowd acknowledged what they had seen. The greatest team in Canadian curling had reunited, and for 7 days in Kingston, they showed the country they still could make magic. Not bad for a bonus round. Now, do we get a second to recover?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Wow. Welcome back to Kingston and the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. It's the kind of event this is for 32 years. To the 8th we go. Manitoba will have the last rock again, playing the Yellowstones.
Don't want to at all.
No, even. It's okay. It's okay.
I think that last stone is the one that typifies this game.
Really
Kind of combines a lot of the things we're talking about, just not sure of the feel. And even when that stone was entering the house, I don't think anyone on the Manitoba team thought that would slide so far and give up the steal.
Yeah, Jill came up a hair light on a freeze, and Caitlin said it's starting to tighten up a little bit slow. And I think, not that Caitlin was wrong here, that's very observant, but from that point on, they were hair deep on everything. And I think they expected that to hit the slide patch and slow down, and it didn't.
Hard, guys, drag it hard.
Well, I obviously surprised them, surprised the crowd here at the K-Rock as well. So a 7-3 lead for Ontario, and 4 of those points have been stolen.
Top port.
You got it, Jill.
Just after I said that it's unlikely Ontario will ever nose appeal, the appeal stays in play.
Line's good. Tight. We're little tight. See you on back 4.
If any team can come back from a 4-point deficit, it's this Manitoba squad.
Really gotta go, guys. Really hard. Really
Jill
hard.
Officer.
Hard, hard, hard.
Here comes that center guard. Here comes that guard.
Okay. Okay.
So the rub. And then the roll to the 4-foot.
Board. How much? Sorry, board. Yep. Would you rather throw here?
That's fine.
Yeah, if I roll out, that's okay.
Board's good.
Would you rather throw here? No, board's okay. Okay.
Does curl, Allie.
Just boarding. Just clean. Yep. Oh. Yep. Board. Clean. Oh. Close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Nope. Nope. Close. No. It's good, Allie. Okay.
Figuring out, I guess. I thought we'd get under.
I thought they might just peel that.
You don't need a little wall in the top of the 4-foot, do you?
Okay, finally.
Jennifer's happier there's 2 there than 1.
Clean it. No. Careful. Line straight. No bounce. No.
Well, remember what we said when we first came to air.
Line's perfect.
You said both skips were fearless.
Line's perfect if it's got weight.
We're tapping.
No, then no.
And I'm wondering if, in fact, this is what we're seeing a little bit of. And fearless, another word that starts with F is called foolish.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, sometimes you can be so fearless to be foolish. And I'm wondering, not just this, but I mean, is that a little bit here of her saying, I can do anything at this moment in time?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought maybe it just curled up and she couldn't stop it, because normally at this stage of the game with the score the way it is, Rachel would be playing it very open. I'm not sure why they didn't play more weight and just roll out.
My only guess is to drag the play to the middle and to stay away from Jennifer drawing around that corner guard. But with the one buried, that's all they needed, isn't it? Could get a little messy here.
It's got to move. Back, forward,
Now we're into
Really
tapping
trying.
rocks to try and free up the angle.
No. Okay,
Nicely done.
that works up. It's not bad. Want to come look at it?
She's calling you down.
Could try to roll both under,
Okay.
or we just go here.
Yeah, it's either that or,
And just, you know, if we throw
yeah, like half
Hack.
kind of weight. I don't
But
mind that.
do you like that better, or do you like just going here? She hits that, and then I might even have, we could freeze again.
Okay. So
That
then-
one's really
so
hard.
you like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
T-line.
What do you think? Speed is the same out
I
here?
think so.
I kind of like coming down the other way, and you could come down, maybe tap this red one a little bit in that area, and maybe stay frozen. And this rock here is tough to remove that way, and this one could be tough to remove that way. Even if it rolls buried, it wouldn't be all bad.
It looks
I
okay.
think it should be okay.
Looks rustier on the other side.
So at this point, the
right
red-yellow
on the
combo is
tee.
long gone. Trying to get to the inside of the red one, Linda.
Playing the freeze. Definitely don't want to be on the outside of it.
She got room. Wait's close. Line's great.
Caitlin Laws.
Line.
It's all you.
Close. Wait's there right now.
Well then.
Might have to go a little.
It's all you. Line's good.
Yeah.
Wait,
Whoa.
Little
keep
bump
tapping.
unless it comes off.
Off.
No, we're bumping.
Off for line.
Bumping.
Little bump.
No.
Oh, nope.
No.
Nice shot, Caitlin.
And a little bump. Shot stone, though, remains Ontario. Back of the button.
Nice kill. Okay.
Can we not hit the open?
We're shot.
Okay. Switch the inside. Hey.
Do you like that end?
I had a
Anything on the inside?
Sorry?
Anything on the inside?
Hey. I can tap it a hair. I can be a little bit light, but preferably right to it.
Could be another one of those fearless moments.
Yeah, 4 points ahead.
Oof.
I'd be ripping things, I think.
Or even the red-yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one
I
was
don't
about
think I'd be
backing.
this patient to set up another angle.
Let's wait.
Wait's pretty close.
I think we gotta
Get
go
it
in.
here. That's a little light. Room. Wait only. We got
Emma
time.
miscue as we play third stones.
Hard, guys. Line's great.
There
Hard.
he has
Freeze
it.
it.
Weagle.
Drag it, guys. Go.
Line's great. You heard her say
Hard.
line's
Get shot,
great.
Get shot. Go.
Drag it.
Hard.
Get it in that hole. Find it. Get it there.
Sorry. On ours?
Yeah. You can come look, Caitlin. Worth coming to look.
It's interesting. The red-yellow
know
will
if I
go,
like
so
doing
they have
that
to
now,
protect
but-
that.
Set up some nice on that.
Do you
Can
think that
you even
was-
try and
That's what I'm thinking.
hit, like crouch these two? Like hit this one first and poke that one over?
Yeah, that might be a good shot with like, what, a 10?
Yeah, as long as I get
Even if you hit the 2.
really thin.
Okay. Yeah, I
a
like
10?
that. Yep, a
Okay.
10. I'm digging here.
Yeah, I don't think it'll move a ton.
Okay.
Trying to sneak by the guard, sneak by the top red, hit it that way. The yellow will stay, and they're hoping they can get
Come off ours.
thin enough on this red to
Like we're
run
trying
the
to
red
get
out that way a
ours
little
and
bit.
then pop theirs over.
Tough shot. You could also come down and just
But if we're gonna
tap
hit the
this
top
red back
then
a
we'll
little
hit it
bit
as
and
soon as
roll the
we
yellow
can.
in here somewhere.
There's that yellow for second shot, top 4. If you touch that, there's actually a little bit of backing there too, right?
Yes,
It's not
yes.
going to move.
10. Yes. Yes.
Caitlin Laws.
Really?
There is that guard, though. They're going to flirt with this guard, the center line guard. You got to get it by this guard first. Right there. No.
Good try.
Cal.
That changes the water on the beans for sure.
Changes the water on the bean.
I've never heard that. You asked me if I cooked there yesterday.
Oh,
Just the wrong rock to hit, eh? Just
had to get by.
Yeah.
She knows it.
It's like we just rubbed way too many
Never
guards
had this
today.
many bad breaks.
I know.
All week.
I know.
No, but we can sit right here. That's gone. It's just one in the ring.
Do you just want to nose it then?
I think it doesn't go with nose. I think you have to throw to blast it.
Sorry?
I think you have to throw to get it to go. I think at nose it just stuffs
I'll
it.
throw weight. For sure.
Okay. I think it has to be high side.
What?
I think it has to be high side to get it to go.
Sure.
Okay. Out turn?
Yeah. Center line I think's good, eh?
Sorry?
Where are you hitting it?
Are you okay.
I could throw the intern.
I think the intern might be easier.
Okay.
I like the intern because the intern's going to give them a little more roll. They're going to try to hit it this way. That'll give them a little more action on this one. They're not too worried about that one. They're hoping just to kill this yellow rock right here and the back red, which is an even better idea. And the thrown rock was going to stay in here somewhere. A dangerous rock against Manitoba.
Yeah.
Whether they can get them both or not, it's hard to say from this angle. I would
Okay.
think with big time weight, it could squirt out. It's going to hit the side red one. It's whether it'll get out of the rings or not. Need some speed.
It's coming now. Here it is. First stone, Rachel Homan trying to keep up. Kravazic Weigel moving around and will get the ones on the left, but will leave the stone and it's shot. Manitoba, edge of the floor. Interesting, the stone you expected to go out easiest didn't.
Yeah, just a bit narrow on that one. Hit a lot more of the object rock than they thought. And they're a little lucky that the top two didn't once they started spinning, looked like they're going to overlap, and then there might not be a raise.
Well, let's take a look at the skip numbers, Linda.
I haven't seen a lot of mistake from Rachel, 93%. The other thing she's got going is she has Jennifer playing more hits to this stage. If you're coming from behind, you want to be playing those draws, although that draw weight has been a bit elusive for Jennifer Jones.
The player numbers are brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
So I think you guys can sleep it.
Okay, yeah.
So one of the rare mistakes we've seen from Rachel Homan this evening, and it could set up a couple here for Manitoba in 8.
It's hard to know where to put this rock without setting up some type of double.
Line's great.
Top end, you got lots of room.
Gotta go a little, I think.
Line's great.
Can wait a hair.
Full port.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Full port.
No. Jill, no. Little past this one if you can. Little past this one. Yep. Let it go.
Very nice, then. Good, man.
You didn't know what it was going to do.
Great spot. A little higher,
shot.
there was a double. A
Thanks,
little
perfect.
deeper, there was a double. A little wider, there was a double.
Speed is good.
Feels good, eh?
Yeah.
Now for Rachel, it's just whatever one is easiest to get rid of.
Get one.
No double.
No double?
No. Okay.
That stone
Any farther, it was close.
that's close to the center line,
Not sure why.
the red top 8. If you're to
How much
bang
reach?
that straight back,
fine.
I guess it's because there is that red on the tee line that sort of holds it in.
Yeah, you'd get them both moving, but the one on the right at the 2 o'clock position in the 4-foot's not going anywhere because of that back one.
Okay.
Rachel could ever hit this really thin. She might be able to squirt the one she's raising over and stop the draw.
Whoa. Nice throw.
No, it wouldn't bounce that far. Good try.
You can come, Tars.
So they were just making
I
sure
can
that
do
after
that, yeah.
Rachel made that shot and left just the same collection, that the
That's
red
nice,
stone on the
actually.
edge of the 4-foot would not outcount a draw coming to the nose of the yellow one, and it won't. So Jennifer has the same shot.
And it's information as well for the brushers, right?
That's right.
So a draw for 2 for Manitoba.
More.
Here in the 8th, they're down by
Wider line.
4.
Line's
Wider
good.
line.
Wider line, it might start. hanging more.
Got a curl.
Wider line could be slightly quicker.
Yeah, it's hanging.
Wait for the tee.
Just sweep for tee. Looks like lots, guys. Looks like lots. Needs to curl.
Let's try it.
Curl up.
Baby.
Uh-oh. And there's the rub. For 2 it is. Ontario will have the hammer when we come back. Well, it's time now for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. After the game, go to finalend.ca, please, and enter the secret word for a chance to win a trip for 2 to the 2014 World Junior Curling Championship in Flim, Switzerland. The first 100 entries will have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card, and all participants will get an M&M discount. The secret word, I'll give it to you, and then you go to finalend.ca. Manitoba gets 2 in the 8th. Ontario leads by 2. They also have the last rock here in 9 playing the Red Stones. We heard a little of the chat between Jennifer and Caitlin before they got their deuce, and you know, Jennifer said we're rubbing on too many cards and we're just not getting breaks. Are they reading this game correctly in your opinion?
That's definitely what is happening. I guess the key to having it not happen in the next game, because this game is not sudden death. They will play tomorrow in one of the other games. Well, you have to figure out why. And it seems like it's a little struggle with ice reading and even the speed tonight to know exactly how to get by guards.
And a little similar to the BC game where the opponent didn't cooperate. Team Canada made a lot of shots, and so is the young Ontario team. You're right, Linda. Just a couple ticks at the wrong times. As soon as Caitlin ticked that guard, that really changed that whole end. They had a nice end going there. It's not like they're playing poorly. It's just a couple ticks at the wrong time.
Yeah, weight was great.
Speaking of ticks, Lisa Weigel is doing another wonderful job. Ticks the center guard over on her first. It's interesting when you're looking at stats with Lisa, you might think that actually Ontario is a very defensive-minded team playing hits, because the code the statistician uses for the tick is the same as for a wide open clearing shot. But you look at it and these are actually very difficult shots. She's going to miss the second one. And so the fact that her numbers are as high as they are with that many very difficult tick shots played in a game, it's pretty remarkable, even though she misses that one.
Yeah, those aren't easy to probably split the broom, but it's what we talk about all the time. That hair extra weight makes a big difference at the far end.
We've seen some players come across the stone. Russ, would you, if you're going to play this, do you believe in just the straight tick, or do you like the fact that you can come across it and push it one way?
When you cross the face of it, you can hit it harder because the rock that's hitting it's more of a glancing blow, so that you can hit the, in this case, the yellow enemy rock a little harder. So a lot of teams like to play it that way, but when you play it the way Ontario does, the thrown rock spins and it goes a lot farther too. So there's some merit that way also.
Clean. No him. Clean. Okay, clean.
Alison Kreviazuk.
4 feet.
Jill Officer.
Line's good.
Slow down on that. There's lots of line.
You got a little bit of line. Okay, it's halfway. We're gonna have to curl. Want to split center at least.
Gonna have to curl, guys.
Stay with it. It's not curling yet.
Manitoba
There it goes.
looking to steal. The one
Yep,
in the
yep,
house
yep,
is in a
yep.
pretty
Yeah,
good
go, go,
spot,
go, go,
right
go,
on the
go,
button.
Go.
Just a
That's good,
tiny
Jill.
bit
Nice
behind it. If it came down to a draw to that one, Rachel could just tap it a tiny bit for shot. For the moment, though, it's all about the guards.
Boy, there was late finish there on that guard.
No, not yet.
He thought it was going to stay out and cover the edge of the button, and then finally just hooked over.
Still exactly 4 feet of ice for the guard. Beautiful surface.
Consistency has been in the ice the entire week.
I think so. Yes, I do. I really do. And you talk to the players, they're all excited about it. And sometimes that's not always the case. You usually make, the icebreaker makes 4 friends and 4 enemies every game usually, and everybody's raving about it.
And when you move to the single sheet like in these playoffs, you often see some change. Seen tiny changes, but nothing so dramatic that you still haven't got the chance to make every shot. That's what the curlers want, just the chance to make the shot.
How much? Forward weight.
I'm going to remove the enemy rock here because it's so close to the pin. If this was back 8, you'd be peeling the guard.
No, no, no.
Close, whoa, forward, close.
Yep.
Whoa,
Whoa.
yep.
Yes.
Hard, hard.
Big scrub to get it by that center guard. They do. And we'll just sit there. Top edge of the button. That was tough. There probably was no way of getting across the nose on that. Huh?
Or what do you like?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're actually trying to roll a little farther open. Is that they kind of don't care about being buried at this point. They want to prevent that steal.
Yeah, I have more. I have all plus. No, I know. It's just. You like to hit them all better?
It's the tactical approach that Jennifer's asking about. Do you tap it? Do you freeze to it to set up for the next one?
Can we freeze with that, where that guard is?
Pardon me?
Can we freeze with where that guard is?
Yeah. Yep.
So
I'm just thinking, like, if we freeze, she rips. We freeze again. It's our only chance of stealing more than one, so.
Okay.
What else do you like?
Either
Roll
that
under.
or roll under.
Well, then they peel, and then.
Okay.
I think I like that better.
Okay.
Little taps, okay.
T-line, top button.
T-line.
Well, just a reminder that Seth MacFarlane hosts the Oscars this year. CTV's got the Oscars live tomorrow at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on CTV. So when they're handing out those trophies, we'll be handing out the Scotties trophy here in Kingston. Our coverage of the final on Sunday night on TSN.
Line's good. Speed's there. It's good. Back forward, tapping right now. Stay with it, yeah.
Whoa.
We're tapping.
Whoa! Gotta keep the line though.
No! Line's great.
Little tap.
Little tap. No. It's got a curl.
Tap it.
Clean it.
A foot.
No, off. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Jill. Okay.
That was Caitlin's point about the line. They just
Jumped in
scraped
there,
by
right?
that
Yeah, I
corner
wasn't sure
guard,
if
and
you
then the
got
break
speed.
is so late, it's really hard to hold it in a perfect freeze
Sorry.
position.
And
I
now
don't
look
think
what
it's
happens.
worth it. Sure.
Just because that's staggered a little bit, you peel the guard, keep peeling. Jennifer's going to have to do something with her last one.
It's just the.
If she taps it straight back for shot, there'll probably be a pretty easy double for maybe 2.
Yep.
The line's so important on those. They just took off on them at the end. They look good.
Okay.
Emma Miscue. And we'll get the guard.
Nice throw.
Just really went out.
Nice throw.
Here, higher, like on this side.
Yeah, I'll throw the out turn.
Okay, speed's nice on this side.
Okay.
Just a straight guard, Linda.
It's like freezing ours, I think so.
Oh,
Hey.
they're going to freeze.
Coming right to it.
All about line again.
It's nice on this side.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
If it over curls a little, they'll be looking at 2 red ones in a hurry. Thought they might tap the yellow, stay in the middle if they could. That's an option also.
She papered that top one. It's over curl.
Okay.
She's throwing a card.
Jennifer Jones. This is her
Line's
first
good. Gonna have to go little.
the
Line's good.
skip stones
Right the 4.
here in the 9.
Keep going, Joe.
Top 12, baby. Just go.
Line's good.
Listen to Jill Officer. Let's go.
It's coming.
Go.
It's
No,
coming.
we got it. We're there.
It's coming.
You got it. Go. way.
I thought we were really late.
Two perfect shots, Caitlin Laws and Jennifer Jones. Perfect
Great
speed,
sweeping,
but just a
perfect right,
slight
yeah.
overcurl. If that rock had just been in there somewhere, the back one would be so hard to remove. Now, everything should go. Absolutely, probably all four for that matter. You might save the shooter, but the main thing is throw this hard, a little on the broom side.
Hopefully.
Ah, so close.
Yeah.
Really nice try. Just a little more curl than the guessed.
Whoa, Queen. Whoa,
Treviasic and Weigel. It's a track meet.
Whoa. Get over.
And they will all go.
It's a jog to keep up with those, but the result is perfect.
Time to stay close, because if it moved, we had to go. Yeah. And we were like hitting exactly where we needed to. Almost floated out of it.
Yeah, I went out, I think, an inch.
It's crazy.
So you've got the one corner up covering the 8-foot, and Jennifer Jones in her last. Is that where she's going?
Yeah, they have to go around at least force, possibly get the missed draw and get within one here. But you make this good, force Ontario to 1. You're 3 down coming home. Stranger things have happened.
Wait on me.
Wait a second.
Line's real good.
Yep. Gotta go. Pull in the 8. Hard. A little more. Gotta go.
Just do a wonderful job. Totally covered. Edge of the 8.
Good, Jen.
Good shot.
Yeah.
My first one just curls like.
Yeah.
You know, it's the start of this game for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Existence.
Same weight.
I don't think it'll slow down that much.
No, I don't think so either.
This is a quick half.
Throw what you've been throwing. Nice extension.
Was
We'll
this-
take it there.
As long as I have an extension.
Yep.
Was this when Jennifer's draw, was it going this way with the heavy draw, or is it coming home?
It was this way with a different turn. She went
Okay.
in turn, and they thought it would slow down in the slide path. They're going a little wider here, and there's not as many rocks, to my knowledge, on this turn, so it should slide a little better than the in turn. So I think they can throw the normal weight they've been throwing all game.
Look on it.
Fully.
Weight's good.
Look out.
Good.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean, guys.
Doesn't
I don't
look
even
heavy
hurt
at
it.
all. No, weight's perfect.
I don't even have to say anything. The crowd here at the K-Rock will tell you it's a single for Ontario in the 9th. They'll lead it by 3. Ontario trying to put themselves into the final. Well, it's time now for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. And the secret word is recipes. So right after the game, go to finalend.ca and enter that secret word recipes for a chance to win a trip for 2 to the 2014 World Junior Curling Championship in Flims, Switzerland. Recipes. On a Saturday night in Kingston, Ontario. 8-5.
It's fine, Dawn.
Team Ontario,
Halfway.
Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club has the lead. Manitoba needing 3 to tie. They have the last draw coming home.
Throw me off, Jill.
You haven't noticed.
What do you mean?
Try it.
Sure. I think I got to throw it to make
Going
it.
through anyway.
Yeah.
You guys can sweep it out. But
Yeah, I liked the way you threw
Now,
last
this
time.
is a giant challenge. We talk about ticking centerline guards. You have a fair amount of room to work with. The goal is not to necessarily move it that close to the boards because you can use it as long as it's a corner guard, but ticking a corner guard to get it less usable is a huge challenge.
Word up.
Lisa Weigel.
Get over.
And we'll touch it on the way by.
Go ahead. Okay, real
They're
close.
hoping to tick that right into the rings, and they could hit it. Tough shot.
Very tough shot.
That's what makes Lisa's percentage at tied for third for the week at 83% so good, because her shots are tougher than any other lead.
A little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Just even. Mine's good.
No.
Nice Paradon. Good.
Another stellar game from Dawn.
Isn't this interesting? In the previous 3 Scotties, the second seed coming in has won.
Hard.
And here, of course,
Hard.
it's Ontario.
Nice shoot. Right out.
And Rachel Homan. Last year it was BC Kelly Scott who beat Jennifer Jones. In 2011 it was Jones, a winner over Amber Holland.
Are they curling more?
And in 2010 it was Jones over Prince Edward Island.
Mine's tighter than Dawn's. It'll
In the
curl
last
more.
2 years, that team that was the 1-2 winner, though, did not go on to win the
them even.
championship.
Yeah, you're right. Careful. Oh, no, you're right. You're good. You're good. Good. Very nice. Good. Caitlin. Come around and then come around this one. I think we gotta come around on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
around
it.
the corner, I think.
Around the corner and then around hers.
And then around that one.
Well, planning it out.
Yes!
Alison Kreviazek.
Clean. Shoot, guys.
I tell you what, that upweight through the lineup that they can, that this Ontario team can throw. It's hard you just don't see teams now, as again we talked earlier about raising the bar. You just don't see a team now being successful without having it, that ability.
Not necessarily down the lineup like this team, though. Sometimes you have, for example, a Jill Officer who's such a good upweight player, but maybe don't have it in the 3rd position. Manitoba does have it in the 3rd position. But down the lineup, this Ontario team has that skill.
Weight's nice.
We're gonna have to go deep. So stay
Because
with
of that, I was a little surprised that any Redstone stayed in play.
Yeah, exactly. The very first shot, Linda, good point. That one at the top of the button, 3 up. It's just some more shrapnel. You're going to see Jennifer Jones go around that red one at some point in time.
Yeah. Feel? Yeah.
Mind you, they put it in a great spot.
Yeah. That's true.
There's so much room back there, so much finish. They can go back 8, back 12, be right in behind that red one.
Yes! Clean! I got it.
So you don't want to hang around here either.
Well, let's take a look at the game story, and it includes 4 stolen points for Ontario.
And highlighting those, it started in the first end. Jennifer Jones overcurled twice on her shots, giving up a steal of 2. In the 6th end, the double she tried jammed and rolled too far, and that has been the gap. That skip stat, Rachel Homan at 89%.
The game story brought to you by the Dominion, Canada's trusted insurance company.
Yep! Hard! Wait through it good. Wait only! Gotta go, line! Gotta go! Gotta go! Hard! Hard line! Hard! Goodbye.
Yep, they're by.
Good.
Beautiful toss, right where you need it.
Deal. Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Emma Miscue. And away goes the guard.
To Linda's point, if this red rock was not in play and this was the same situation, you'd have to hope for a wide open flash.
Well, the coming around, leave a double.
Might as well just come down here, Caitlin.
Okay.
Time.
90 seconds.
I don't mind that.
I know we talked about it. I just thought anywhere here, she's trying it.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, so we got to be able to make sure we're
Yeah.
back, but I got to stick around.
And she's got to slash it. Or you play a freeze. You're on this side. She probably tries. Well, if she misses the double, though, I guess. Yeah. She's probably playing that, and then we freeze again. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't mind that.
We freeze or come around.
I like coming around myself.
I just don't want to leave her like she's gonna play the double, right?
So hard to make the freezes good enough that they can't.
Yeah, that's why.
And we can come around twice. And
I like that.
Okay, back 12.
Okay.
Out or in? The out I
Janet
know is
Arnott,
good because I knew
two-time
there.
world champion.
So speed's good there?
Speed's
Connie
good, yeah.
Lalaberty.
Back 12.
We talked about the freeze, but they're realizing in a hurry who they're playing against. If the freeze goes here, there is a double opportunity for sure. If the freeze is on the other side, it's easy to hit. It's so hard to put it in the right spot. So bring it back here somewhere. And if they try the double, there's a chance for them to miss that also.
Got room. Line's good.
Back
It's
12.
not bad. Line
Gotta
only.
be back
Back
12. It's all you. Sleeper back 12. Weight's pretty good. Back 12.
Line's
Trying to
great,
come
yeah.
around that stone center line. Top edge of the button.
Room.
Officer and Askin.
Yeah.
Now, here's that late finish. This is what usually gets them. That's the little rub.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
You almost have
You were
to,
good, Caleb.
you know it's going to do it. You say it, maybe you just don't believe it, but you know it's going to curl.
Well, yeah, you
I thought
do,
they
but
made it.
you were
They wanted to
dangerously
stop
close to
sweeping
throwing that
and
through,
stop
too. You had to be
cross and
really
stop.
cautious that way. It looked like it was by to me.
Like when
Yeah,
it-
well, I thought I threw more,
It
but
was almost
Yeah.
grabbing. It was slowing down
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
in the
yeah.
paint.
Yeah, bad break. That looked like
Might
a
as
great
well.
shot. And that's why I wonder about putting that red rock in there, Linda.
I don't understand. 3 up, I'm never putting that one in play.
Let's play that out. If that yellow one gets by, Rachel hits this open one. They go around the red guard again. Rachel has to play a run back or it's a tie game.
just make sure you're back 12.
Yeah.
Is what it
And then
basically said.
they thought it was all there and it stopped.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Pretty natural double. You're not going to miss this wide. You have to make something move.
This will run Manitoba out of stones if they make this double. Rachel Homan, her first. Kreviazek, Weagle, on it, got one and got two on to the final, Ontario. Very impressive. The Ontario champions out of the Ottawa Curling Club are now through to Sunday's final in the gold medal game. And Manitoba, Jennifer Jones will have to regroup. They'll be on the ice tomorrow morning in the semifinal against the defending champions, Team Canada, and Heather Nedewin. And we will have it for you 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Jennifer Jones, Heather Nedewin, with the winner going on to the final tomorrow night. And what a night it's been. A Saturday night in Kingston at the K-Rock.